Hi guys, today we're going to react to a live performance of MONOCHROME by Babymetal. This is the second time we reacted to this song. We reacted to a lyrics video before. This is a Buy Me a Coffee request from Rob G. Thank you, Rob, for this request. We appreciate all your support.
Thank you, Rob. We appreciate the support. We appreciate everything you've sent our way so far. Please keep it coming. This is going to be an interesting one. As last time we reacted to this, it was a lyrics video with a lot of imagery. This time we're going to react to the live, so maybe we'll have a slightly different take on it. Maybe not. Let's find out.
What I remember from the lyrics video we reacted to is the severity of the subject matter, and it is conveyed in this intro, I think, perfectly. It felt like listening to a big budget Hollywood film's soundtrack. Something dramatic and severe and maybe sci-fi, I don't know, but that's what it felt like. It's a great ushering to this song. I think if I didn't know this song, I would still feel the same severity in the intro. I would know that it's a song with a heavy subject matter.
It's funny that you're saying that. Like, to me, I was trying to listen to the song or watch this live video as if I've never heard the song before, which is almost impossible because once it's going to kick into that awesome chorus, I just love this song. It's one of my favorite Babymetal songs. Listening just to this intro, it reminded me of how Babymetal like to play around with their intros. A lot of the time they will keep us in anticipation as they're doing now, and it's building. And other times they just jump right into it, but it works every time. And even though I've heard the song before, it's worked on me again.
It's like their way of prepping the audience into a certain frequency of energy before they start a song. I don't know where it is in the concert, but they finished a certain song, they went into this song. That's their way of calibrating everybody in the audience to the energy that this song gives. That's like an outcome from their beautiful lengthy intros. I talked about the severity of the subject matter, and as soon as they showed them, they doubled down on that. I remember our first reaction, it's the beautiful guitars and the way they went into it with the rapid drum bass. I don't remember if that rapid drum bass was in the lyrics video, but it's beautiful. It gives a boost to that dramatic energy that I felt at the beginning.
Yeah, having heard this particular song before, that the familiarity of that guitar sound, that was fantastic. Like, it sounds so good. I think it's one of their most maybe polished songs. And to me, with a lot of bands, polished song, like a very polished song, translates as something that is more gearing towards the mainstream, maybe a little bit overproduced. For me, this one just works. It's one of my favorites. Just amazing. It just sounds so good. As Sumetal started singing, and as they kind of got closer to that chorus, it reminded me how this song gave me goosebumps the first time around, and it's done it again. It sounds very, very close to a studio version almost.
Yeah.
Like I'm listening to it and I'm like, I can't quite distinguish the live as far as the singing. So
Yeah.
it's sounding fantastic, and didn't mention it before, but Kami Band sound fantastic.
Yeah,
As
yeah.
always.
Usually there are forgivable slip-ups because it's a live
Mm.
performance, but in here I can't even detect a micro slip-up. It's just like you said, it sounds like a studio version. And I noticed that the visuals from the lyrics video are in the background. It kind of makes sense because they probably felt the need to express them because it correlates very much with the title of the song and the visual theme of it. I think we mentioned in our first reaction, I mentioned that it must have something to do with Japan's history with nuclear warfare. And it doesn't surprise me that they showed the visuals in here because it correlates so much with the subject matter. Like it wasn't enough for them just to perform on stage.
Yeah, and as I recall, someone in the comments mentioned that Sumetal is actually a native of Hiroshima, and her grandparents were there when the bomb dropped and they survived and everything. But apparently she said that the song has really nothing to do with it, or at least the inspiration for it. But I have to say, to me, it still has at least something to do with it.
Yeah, the visuals kind of direct you to it, unless we read it entirely wrong. What are you talking about? It's just a monochromatic thing that we did.
But again, as a lot of people pointed out, and as we've found out over time listening to Babymetal, a lot of their lyrics are open to interpretation, and there's many different interpretations to almost every song of theirs. So this one's a pretty cool one.
I remember you saying in the first reaction we did to this song, you said that even though I'm paraphrasing here, even though the subject matter is severe, you kind of feel that it has a positive message. I feel it too here, but what we didn't see in the lyrics video that I see here is how serious they are. They're not their cheerful selves working the audience as we've seen them in many, many performances. They're very serious here. This particular entry is close to home. It's something that's anything but lighthearted. You can see it on their faces. I don't usually see the girls that serious in their performances. They usually smile, they usually emit this positive energy, but in here, they're hyper-focused in the message that they deliver.
Well, of course, because this song talks about an apocalypse of sorts, which is there maybe to signify something about a major tragedy that happened to a person or something like that, or an actual apocalypse. So the ending of the song kind of left you with a bit of optimism. I think that was the nature of the conversation in the original reaction we did for this. But it's kind of still there, obviously, it's in the lyrics, but up to this point, it talks about all of that. It reaches that stage where I believe there was a reference to the dusk of Ragnarok. It really is talking about an apocalypse, and it's more about what happens after. It's like, even though these things can happen, something survives and rebuilds again, starts again. There's a better tomorrow.
I remember we talked about our survival is not necessarily a part of the equation. So mankind is not the hero of the story that is life after an apocalypse. Yeah. And also visually, I noticed the performance itself, I kind of wonder before we reacted to it, how the visual of the live performance will be. And it feels like at certain sections, it's very much desaturated. It feels like we're looking at a black and white. It's not. It's the lighting, because you can see the colors in their outfits, but the way the light hits the stage, it's white on black. The color scheme is almost entirely desaturated. I was kind of wondering how they're going to do that, if they're going to express that in a way, and they did, and it's beautiful.
この暗い世界をみんなの光で照らしてほしい Take your fun out! Turn
In our first reaction, you mentioned the positive message. Here's your positive message. I was gonna say, as soon as they showed Moa letting a little smile out, I was kind of thinking, wow, they're breaking character. What's happening here? And then when Sue asked everybody to put their phones out and bring light to this dark world, paraphrasing again, it was perfectly in line with your interpretation when we saw the lyrics video, because it's not shown there. You get it from the music and the interpretation of the subject matter, but it's not shown there. And here they have like this beautiful ritual with the audience.
Yeah, I mean, the smile only came out after the chorus, and the chorus literally says, the monochrome firework, we will imagine the night sky in rainbow colors. This is really about after that monochrome firework, which we interpret as the bomb or some kind of an apocalypse. You know, we will repaint the world, we will illuminate the world in rainbow colors. That's really cool. Also, when Sue was talking to the audience and asked them to put their phones up and all that, and everybody, of course, complied, it looked amazing. But the way she said, wow, that looks amazing, it was like she's so genuine and she was like amazed by the sight.
Yeah.
It just makes them so much more endearing, these kinds of moments, and then them coming together on stage and whatever is coming next. Just love these girls, love this band. Always amazing to me.
Yeah, it's almost like she didn't expect it to work so well with the lights. It's like it surprised her. Wow, I didn't know it was going to do that. Yeah, cool. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing! Momero, momomero, kensei! Sing it!
This entire section feels like they're caressing us, the audience, into a soothing vibe. It's like they're saying, we know that we've delivered a very heavy subject matter here, and this is what we actually meant. Let's bring light into this darkness. Beautiful moment.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's like they're saying, we talked about all this heavy stuff, but we need to focus on the positive. Let's kind of hug it out, and almost with the audience as well, before we go on, just to remind ourselves that we're looking for the positive and not the negative kind of thing. When Sue was doing that humming part, I got goosebumps again. Awesome.
Yeah, I did too.
ナグナロクの黄昏に僕らは何を見てる長い長い夜だってやがて朝は来るからモノクロームの花火なら僕らは無事やで包もう世界を
Fantastic.
Beautiful.
As it did with the first time when we heard this song, that final line saying, just smile, it just kind of puts it all together, saying, yeah, look at the positive, not the negative. There's always going to be good after the bad. Focus on that and just keep moving forward. Love Babymetal. Love this song. One of my favorites. Just awesome.
Yeah, even symbolically, not just to say talk about an apocalypse, to talk about anything negative that happens. It's like they're taking on the role of the remedy, the cure, of bringing the good vibes to everybody. It's like they're carrying it on them to deliver the good vibes, like a vocation for them. Beautiful.
Yeah, it's their mission. And seeing them do it live, it's just amazing. The way they perform, all these little intricate things that they do in there, the dance routine, the getting the audience to light up the place and doing that little break in the middle, everything about it, just beautiful. They just never disappoint at any point.
Yeah, and they lack the diva attitude. They're always filled with gratitude. You can see it on their expression. It's not a performance. Most of the time, like they can't believe they're on stage when they see the vast audience and when they communicate. I mean, to point out the innocence in it.
Thank you, Rob, for this awesome request, for bringing us back to this song. And again, to Babymetal. This was absolutely fantastic. I really enjoyed it. Thank you so much for the ongoing support. We appreciate you.
Thanks, Rob, for this request. It was cool to come back to Monochrome again. More like this would be much appreciated. And thank you for all your ongoing support. If you enjoyed this episode, guys, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and click the little bell icon so you get notified on all our future videos. If you have a song in mind you'd like us to react to, please make your request through BuyMeACoffee. The link is at the top of the description below. Thank you all for sticking with us. Thank you all for your time.
As always, our Babymetal Reactions playlist should be up on the screen sometime about now. Give it a click, check them out. Tons of good stuff there. Thank you so much for all the support coming our way. We appreciate you so much. Keep it coming. We'll be back in a couple of days with a new episode, and we hope to see you all then. Thanks again, guys. Bye for now.
Bye, guys.